to lie. You see, I was sitting in an open field with my sister. I was bored. I often am. I peeped into the book she was reading once or twice, but it didn't have any pictures or conversations in it. And what's the use of reading a book without pictures or conversations in it?
Oh, the Duchess! The Duchess! Oh, won't she be savage if I kept her reading?
There it is! That's the white rabbit. Who ever heard of a rabbit with a pocket or watched to take it out of? That's why I chased it. It popped down a large hole under the hedge. I imagine it must be somewhere near the center of the earth by now. That would be 4,000 miles down, I think.
The Duchess! The Duchess! I'm late to get closer! Who's that? What's that? Who's talking? Who's talking?
My name is Alice.
Then Alice can't be my name, can it?
Sir?
Well, you have to be who you are, and I have to be who I am. So if you're Alice, I'm obviously someone else.
I think so.
You think? Don't you know? If you're not sure, I could be Alice. You could be the white rabbit.
I don't feel the least bit like a white rabbit.
Then perhaps you're a Welsh rabbit. Oh, I'm late.
I wonder, could you tell me what this place is called?
I could. I don't know if I should. You seem like a stupid girl, and good information is usually wasted on stupid folk.
There's no need to be rude.
There's no need to be polite either. That's the way things are in Wonderland.
Wonderland? Is that where I am?
Oh, the Duchess! The Duchess! I'm late. I'm late.
Oh, rabbit, come back! I have so many questions. Back up in the field, he seemed about the same size as any other rabbit. Down here he's large indeed. Or perhaps I've gotten smaller. Oh, I wish I hadn't fallen. I wish my sister would pop her head down and say, Alice, come up again. I don't want to be down here all alone. Stop crying! Stop crying! You're making a blood. What? There's no blood here. There's no crying. Oh, my forehead is wet. My tears are making a large puddle. Stop sobbing! Stop sobbing! I'm drowning. How peculiar. The water level, it's rising. Got to keep my chin above the water. If you weren't so big, this wouldn't have made this ocean. I'm not big. I'm small. Or at least I think I am. Don't think it's drier that way. Oh, Mouse, do you know way out of this pool? I'm getting awfully tired of swimming about. I don't know why I shouldn't be telling you anything. Look at the salty soup you got me into. Oh, Mouse, please don't go. There isn't much sense in staying. You know you're not very good company. I do wish I could get to shore.
How do you do, my dear?
I don't do too well, thank you. I'm not a very good swimmer.
Don't worry, the pond will soon dry up.
How is that possible?
Anything is possible in Wonderland. Simply think backwards.
Backwards?
Think what it was like before you started to cry.
I'll try my best.
I'm dripping wet. I'm cross. I'm uncomfortable. How are we to get dried?
If I was back home, I'd fetch us some fluffy towels.
Well, you're not back home, so that isn't very helpful. Be helpful.
I'm trying.
I could sing something. Will your singing drum and feathers? It won't make them any wetter. In that case, I suggest we begin the concert. Oh, the Duchess! The Duchess! Oh, my dear blood! My burned mittens! She'll get me executed! And she is ferrets and ferrets! Good gracious, what's the matter with that fellow? I dropped my fan and my wading gloves and my soft woman fetch leathers. Oh, dear.
Things indeed are getting curiouser and curiouser.
What part should I sing first? The encore. I'm not a real turtle, you know. I'm a mock turtle, so when I sing, you shouldn't expect to hear a real song. Beautiful soup, so rich and green, swimming in a hot tureen. For such it is one not stoop, soup of the evening, beautiful soup, soup of the evening, beautiful soup.
mean by your way. All the ways about here belong to me. What are you staring at?
Your crown. It's the strangest crown I've ever seen. It looks exactly like a chess piece.
It is a chess piece. Don't you know anything? I'm the red chess queen. Look out there. What do you see?
The countryside. It's exactly like a giant chessboard.
Open your mouth a little wider when you speak and always say Your Majesty.
If it is a chessboard, there ought to be some chessmen moving about. And there are. It's like a giant game of chess all over the countryside. I wouldn't mind being a pawn if I could join in. Although I should like to be a queen best, Your Majesty.
Add your wills when you reach the 8th square.
That's all there is?
You're not there yet.
I can't wait. My sister will be so surprised. And Dinah.
No more talking, only running.
Running?
Faster, faster!
Where are we going?
Faster, faster, now!
This is stranger than the caucus race.
Faster, faster! You may rest a little now.
Why, I don't believe we've gone anywhere. Everything's exactly as it was.
Of course, how else would you have it?
Well, in my country, you generally get somewhere after running very fast for some time, as we've been doing.
A slow sort of country. Now here you see, in Wonderland, it takes all the running you can do just to stay in the same place. If you want to get somewhere else, you have to run twice as fast.
Well, then how am I to reach the 8th square?
Take a train, I should think. You'll reach the 4th square in no time. That square belongs to Tweedledee and Tweedledum. The 5th is mostly water. The 6th belongs to Humpty Dumpty. The 7th is forest, but one of the knights shall show you the way through. And when you reach the 8th square, we shall be queens together, monarchs supreme. All feasting and fun.
Can't wait to get started. Can we go at once? Off with his head! Oh, who's that? Off with his head! I wonder what the poor fellow has done.
The Queen of Hearts, she made some tarts on a summer's day. The Knave of Hearts, he stole those tarts and took them quite away.
Off with his head! You wish she'd stop saying that.
Off with her head!
Oh, don't forget the croquet game. Bring your own flamingo.
Yes, your man.
Oh, proceed! Sentence first, verdict afterward. Off with his head! Isn't that poor fellow to get on trial?
I suppose.
How do you have to bring a flamingo to her croquet game?
Silly question. Queen of Hearts is really here. We do as she says. We use flamingos as mallets to hit the croquet balls. Come along, we've got quite some distance to cover. Faster, faster!
Wait!
Faster!
Hey, don't leave me behind! I'm running as fast as I can!
Oh, already. And your jaws to me. Right up the confidence. And yet, you finished the goose with the bones and the beak. Pray, how did you manage that?
I'll never catch up with the Red Queen. I've never seen anyone travel as fast as she. Oh,
Who are you?
I hardly know, sir, at present. I know who I was when I woke up this morning.
What do you mean by that? Explain yourself.
I'm afraid I can't put it any more clearly. Wonderland is a strange place, and does confuse one.
Not again.
It certainly confuses me.
You? Who are you?
I think we have to start by you telling me who you are.
What?
I'm not going to stand here and put up with any more of this nonsense.
It's all I live here in this place. North, east, southwest. It's all nonsense. Wait.
Well,
Can you recite my favorite poem?
what's your favorite poem?
You are old, oh William?
I think so.
Begin.
You are old, Father William, and your hair has become very white, and yet you incessantly stand on your head. Do you think at your age it is right?
Another verse. Only loud. Don't slur your words.
In my youth, Father William replied to his son, I feared it might damage the brain. But now that I'm perfectly sure I have none, I do it again and again.
Another verse. With more feeling this time.
You are old, Father William, as I mentioned before, and have grown uncommonly fat. And yet you turn back somersaults in at the door. Pray, what is the reason of that?
Stop. That was not said right. Wrong. Begin. The end.
I wish you creatures of Wonderland wouldn't get so easily offended.
You'll get used to it in time.
For the Duchess, an invitation to play croquet. For the Duchess.
Oh, the Duchess! The Duchess! Oh, won't she be savage if I've kept her waiting?
An invitation to play croquet.
The Duchess! The Duchess! I'm late! I'm late!
For the Duchess. Duchess from the Queen of Hearts. An invitation to play croquet.
There's no use in knocking.
Why not?
First, because I answer the door, and I'm on the same side of the door as you. Secondly, because they're making so much noise inside, no one can possibly hear you.
I don't hear anything.
You will.
But how am I to get in if no one answers the door?
Are you to get at all? That's the question.
It's really dreadful how all the creatures in Wonderland argue all the time. It's enough to drive one crazy. I'm sure the caterpillar was wrong. I won't get used to it in time.
Suit yourself.
But what am I to do?
Anything you like.
There's no use talking to him. He's perfectly idiotic.
Speak roughly to your little boy and beat him when he sneezes. He only does it to annoy because he knows it teases.
Wow, this soup needs more pepper.
There's too much pepper in that soup.
Too much pepper in the soup.
Please, would you tell me what this is?
Don't you know anything? That's a Cheshire cat.
That's not a cat at all. It's a smile.
More like a grin.
More pepper?
I've often seen a cat without a grin, but never a grin without a cat. It's the most curious thing I ever saw in my whole life.
Well, you haven't seen much, and that's a fact. Pig.
I beg your pardon.
Why? I don't beg yours. You shouldn't beg mine. Besides, begging isn't nice.
Be careful, you might hurt the baby.
More pepper?
Please, would you tell me why your cat grins like that?
What a dull girl you are. I already told you. It's a Cheshire cat. They always grin. It's all they're good for.
I didn't know Cheshire cats grinned all the time. In fact, I didn't know they could grin at all.
Well, they can, and most of them do.
Mind what you're doing!
Here, you take it. I must be off to play croquet with the Queen.
If I don't take this child away, there's no telling what might happen to it. Don't sneeze so close to the baby!
Why, it's not a baby!
Don't pepper the baby!
It's a pig. See for yourself.
Oh dear! It is a pig! Oh, don't grunt. Grunting is not a proper way of expressing yourself. If you're going to turn into a pig, my dear, I'm afraid I'll have nothing more to do with you.
Give it here. I know how to deal with this sort.
If it had grown up, it would have been a dreadfully ugly child.
But a rather handsome pig, I think.
I can't stand here making no progress. I'm on my way to the 8th square.
Well, in that case, you better take along some pepper.
Whatever has become of that little girl? She'll never make it to the 8th square the way she runs in place.
Nonsense.
You can't be off to play croquet with the Queen.
And why not?
you don't have
Ringo. But I have an invitation, and an invitation is worth 2 flamingos.
We mustn't keep her waiting. You know how angry she can get if we keep her waiting.
Well, I know how angry I can get when I'm stuck standing in one place for too long.
Shall we run twice as fast then?
Why not? I'm late! I'm late! Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh, I'm late! I'm late!
Meow, meow.
That looks like quite a good-natured cat. Perhaps it can help me.
Meow, it's nice seeing you again.
Again? Have we ever met?
Back at the Duchess, don't you remember me? I'm the Cheshire cat.
I met your grin there, but I didn't meet you.
I was there all the time. I fade in and out with the moon strikes.
Well then, where's your grin?
Back in the kitchen, you don't suppose I take it everywhere I go. Someone might steal it.
Perhaps you could help me. I'm on my way to the 8th square. Would you please tell me which path I should take?
It depends a good deal on where you want to get to. And that direction is
lot of you to sit down without being invited.
I didn't know it was your table. It said for a great many more than 3. Both of you leaning on the dormouse like that must be awfully uncomfortable for the poor thing. Although, as it's asleep, I suppose it doesn't mind.
Your hair wants cutting.
You shouldn't make personal remarks. It's very rude.
What day of the month is it?
The 4th?
Oh, 2 days wrong. I told you the butter wouldn't suit the works.
It was the best butter.
But some crumbs must have gotten in as well. You shouldn't have put it in with the bread knife.
What a funny watch. It tells the day of the month, but not the hour.
Well, why should it? Does your watch tell what year it is?
Of course not. But that's because it stays the same year for such a very long time.
Which is just the case with mine.
Don't know what you mean.
Dormouse has fallen asleep again.
Poor Santina's nose.
Of course. Just what I was going to remark myself.
I want to clean up. Let's all move in place.
If you knew time as well as I do, you wouldn't talk about wasting it. It's him.
I don't understand you.
Of course you don't. I dare say you never even spoken with time.
I know I have to beat time when I play music.
All that accounts for it. You don't stand for beating. I called the time last March, just before he went mad.
March. I'm the March Hare.
Oh, don't you remember? It was at the great concert given by the Queen of Hearts. I had to sing. Twinkle, twinkle, little bat, how I wonder what you're at. Up above the world you fly, like a tea tray in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.
Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.
Pinch his nose and make him stop. This cup has already been used. Let's all move on, please.
I'd hardly finished the first verse when the Queen bawled out, "He's meeting time up with his head!"
She does like that expression.
Ever since then, time won't do a thing. It's always tea time round here now. Never time to wash the plates or the cups or the saucers and...
That's why you keep changing places.
As things get used up, there has to be a clean cup somewhere.
But what happens when you get back to where you started?
I'm getting tired of this. Tell us a story.
I'm afraid I don't know one.
Wake up, Dormouse!
When I was asleep, I heard every word you fellows were saying.
A story.
Yes, and you'll be quick about it or you'll be asleep again before it's done.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little sisters, and the names were Elsie, Lacey, and Tilly, and they all lived at the bottom of the molasses well.
Well, what did they live on?
Molasses, of course. What else?
Have some more tea.
I haven't had any yet.
Then you can't have any more.
You mean she can't have any less? It's easy to take more than nothing.
Nobody asks your opinion.
Who's making personal remarks now?
The dormouse has fallen asleep again.
Wake up! Wake up!
And so they learned to draw, and, you know,
Well, what did they draw?
if you could draw water at the bottom of a water well, I should think you could draw molasses out of the bottom of a molasses well. Stupid girl.
But they were in the well.
Of course, they were well in.
I'm getting tired. Let's do something before the dormouse falls asleep again.
Let's put them in the teapot.
Good idea.
I'll never go there again.
I want to clean up. Let's all move in place.
No room!
Watch now, don't go splashing paint all over like that.
You dropped my elbow.
That's right, always go laying the blame on others.
I wouldn't talk about you. I heard yesterday that you beheaded.
What for?
That's none of your business.
Yes, it is his business, and I'll tell him. It was for giving the cook tulip root instead of onions. Well, of all the unjust things. Am I about done?
Almost.
Why are you painting that flower? Well, you see here, miss, this ought to have been a red rose, and we painted it white by mistake. And if the queen was to find out, she'd be furious. That should do it.
Just right.
Best be on our way. I wonder if you can help me. I'm going to the 8th Square, but I seem to have missed the train station.
Question is, did it miss you?
I might as well try talking to the flowers as getting sense from those two.
I couldn't agree with you more. I'm sorry I didn't startle you.
I didn't know you could talk.
I could talk when there's anybody worth talking to.
Can all the flowers talk?
As well as you can, and a great deal louder.
Your face has got some sense in it, though it's not a clever one.
She has nice color.
I don't care about the color. If only her petals go up a little more, she'll be all right.
I'm not a flower. I'm a human being.
That's your problem?
Why do you stand up here all alone? Aren't you afraid if any danger came? There's a tree nearby. What on earth would a tree do?
It could say, bow wow. That's why it's partially called bow.
Didn't you know that?
Silence, every one of you.
How is it you all can talk?
Put your hand down and feel the ground.
It's very hard. In most gardens, they make the bed too soft, so the flowers are always asleep. I never thought about it that way. Are there any other people in the garden?
People like you mean?
Yes. There's another female in the garden somewhere.
She's the same awkward shape as you, but much paler.
Her petals are shorter, I think.
Does she ever come out here? She's coming this way now.
I hear her coming across the gravel walk.
I don't want to listen to her. She talks such nonsense.
Like this one.
Let's plan ourselves someplace else.